morning, students. How are you? Hope you all are fine. Hope you all are learning your daily lessons also. Okay. Don't cheat anyone. Learn your daily lessons. Okay. So today we will learn the next lesson, chapter 11, employee selection process. Okay, we have studied the recruitment process, how they do the recruitment. Okay, that they are inviting the application. How they will do the selection process. Selection is also a process. So first that one, they will scrutinize the applications. Many applications will be received, and afterwards they will shortlist the applications. Then they will call for the interview. In the interview they may conduct a test. Okay, if they have passed in the test, again that personal interview will be done. Then like that it will be going on. But we cannot say there is one standard process in that selection process, or universally accepted process, that everywhere the same process is adopted. We can't say, because each organization, they do their own process. Okay, it may differ from organization to organization. Okay, so but overall accepted one process is there. That you want that first they do the scrutiny of application. Okay, application will be scrutinized. They will shortlist the application. They will read out the application, and they may have some thing just to reject some of the applications. Okay, then they will conduct a test, and if they have passed, they will conduct interview. Okay, interview. Then they will do some conduct some physical examination, physical test, medical test. Okay, physical examination, whether where their physical body is able to do that particular work. Okay, for any work we have to do with our physical body, isn't it? That is very important, whether that person is having any severe disease or anything. Okay, then approval of higher authority. Higher authority must approve. This all will be done for the that international vacancies. Okay, the physical medical test will be conducted, then approval from the higher authority. Then they will select, final selection. After selecting, they will hand over these candidates to for an orientation program. Okay, they will give some training. Selected candidates. Okay, orientation. After getting the orientation, they will make the placement. Placement means appointment in a particular job. Okay, this is the usual process. So before this, after this, we are going to learn this one in detail. Okay, before that we need to learn the definition. What are the definition? One definition is given by Dale Yoder. What he says as the definition of selection. Selection is a process that we are learning, isn't it? Selection is a process in which the candidates for employment, okay, the candidates for employment are divided into two classes. Those who are to be offered employment and those who are not. Very easy. Okay, here the candidates are divided into two. Those who can be offered for employment and those who cannot be offered for employment. That means they are selecting the best and leaving the worst. Okay, so selection is the process. What Dale Yoder says, just listen carefully, you will understand. Dale Yoder says selection is the process in which the candidates for employment are divided into two classes. Those who are to be offered employment and those who are not. Okay, it's one of the short answers. Okay. Then another one, David and Robinsons. David and Robbins. They define this selection. Selection is here that is the process we studied. Here selection is a managerial decision making process. Okay, he's saying selection is a managerial decision making process to predict which job applicants will be successful if hired. That means if we appoint a particular person who will be successful, okay, that they have to predict, that is called selection. Okay, so in his words, in their words, they say selection is a managerial decision making process to predict which job applicants will be successful if hired. Hired means if we hire, I have already we have learned in the previous lessons, we can hire the employees, not hire the labor of the employees, not the people can be bought. Okay, so if we hire, we are hiring that employees for doing some job. Okay, so if they are hired, who who can be successful? Okay, once again I will read in their words. Selection is a managerial decision making process to predict which job applicants will be successful if hired. Okay, you might have understood now what is the selection process. Okay, that meaning and definition. Now we will learn the steps in selection process. Okay, that are the process of selection, employee selection. Okay, what is the first step? Okay, first step is application blank. This lesson is very easy, but okay, but little that points will be there, little minutely we have to learn. Okay, application blank, but otherwise it is generally it is very easy, because for any appointment that is done for each and every organization, in future you are also going to apply for a job in an organization, isn't it? And what that organization will do. So if you listen to this lesson carefully, you will be very careful when you apply for a job. Okay, when you go for an interview, what are the tests will be conducted, everything you are going to learn in this lesson. So be careful in listening to this lesson. Okay, application blank, that is simply that application. Okay, so here we are learning from the point of view of the organization, not the candidates. Okay, so any organization or many organizations, especially the public sector undertakings or the selection commission or committees or the recruitment board, nowadays we have, isn't it, many recruitment board, or even the private companies. Okay, private sector companies, public sector companies, anything, they are providing some pre-printed application forms. Okay, even in our schools, to apply for that admission also, you are given some pre-printed application form. There only you are filling the details, isn't it? So for the organization may want to know many information. That is why they are providing this pre-printed application forms. Okay, or they may ask them to download the format what is given in the website. Their own website will be there. They will ask them to download, and they will, or online application will be there. Only then they can get the complete information about the candidates. Okay, that is why they give one application in that format. They can get many information. What are the information they will collect from that pre-printed application forms? Okay, their family background. Okay, that whether they are first their name, address, All these will explain about their family background. Then educational qualification. All the qualification they may ask where they have studied the SSLC, plus 2, degree, post PG, or that education. Okay, whatever be that one, all the information they will ask. If they need to know all complete educational information, they may ask, or only the postgraduate or what you have studied, they may ask us to apply. Okay, then co-curricular activities. Any co-curricular activities they know. Okay, then any is that singing competition anywhere they have joined and they have got any certificate. Okay, then sports, whether they have any interest in the sports. Okay, then they may ask for the experience. Very importantly, they will ask their experience. Then any other um, any other related activities if they are involved with. Then the scale of pay drawn, already how much they are drawing. Okay, the scale of pay or the expected scale of pay from this organization. Then any other academic distinction or any other additional qualification. Okay, or whether they are any rank holder in any university, that distinction in the academic level, or any other that area of expertise, any expertise knowledge they have. Okay, all these will be got from this application. Okay, that is why they provide the pre-printed application form, or they can download the application from their organization's own websites. Okay, the second one they will do the scrutinizing the application. Scrutinizing the application. Now they have received the application. Then they may receive many applications, isn't it? Maybe the post needed maybe 1,000. If they have received lakhs of applications, what they will do? They will they have to reject some of the applications. They may have some limits, some criteria in order to um, that avoid or reject some of the applications related the age. Okay, those who are above 50 they may not accept, isn't it? That 40, above 40 they may not need, they may need the age group between 20 to 30. They can, all the other age group applications can be rejected. Or the experience, as per their experience, those who do not have experience can be rejected if they have, if they want to do have a better performance from the candidates. Okay, or the as per the marks they can reject. If they are taking educational institution. Okay, here for the admission they will reject the applications those who have got very less marks, isn't it? Or that level of experience or qualification. Then any their proficiency in their learning or their speaking. As per these criteria, they can at least they can select some of the applications and they can reject the other applications. Okay, that's the second step. The third one is the larger step, that is the selection test. Okay, they have scrutinized the applications and they have shortlisted the applications, and they have those applicants will be called for conducting the test. Many tests will be conducted. Okay, in the selection process, why they conduct these tests? In order to ensure whether that candidates possess the necessary qualification, whether they are able to fit into the position in the organization, for whether they want to test whether they are fit into that position. For that purpose only they conduct this selection test. These selection tests are divided into to ability test and personality test. Okay, ability test and personality test. Again, this ability test is divided into four. Aptitude test. Then achievement test. All these you have to learn properly. Okay, aptitude test, achievement test, intelligence test to test about their intelligence. Then judgment test. How they will judge the things, problems. Then interest test under personality. What are their interest? Okay, in doing the job. Then personality test. Then projective test. Each test we are going to learn in detail. Okay. Then attitude. What is his attitude? Okay, selection test. We know what is the meaning of selection test. Is the selection tests are conducted in the selection process to ensure whether that candidate possesses the necessary qualification or experience to fit into the various positions in the organization, because for each position only one person will be appointed. Whether he is fit to be appointed, that is will be tested in the selection test. For that one they need to conduct various tests. That one is divided into ability test and personality test. Ability tests are again divided into four: aptitude test, achievement test, intelligence test, judgment test. Okay, then the personality tests are again divided into four: interest test, personality test, projective test and attitude test. Now we will learn this test in detail. The first one, ability test. Okay, that we will learn. What is ability test? Ability test. Again, this ability test will be divided into various tests. Okay, that they can test their ability through various tests. So, what is ability test? Okay, what is the ability test? This test is designed to, that means each whether that individual has knowledge and understanding about that because he will be going to work in a specific area. Okay, whether for example I am going to work as an accountancy teacher, isn't it? So what they will test, if I am given a test ability, whether I am able to work as a accountancy teacher. Okay, whether I have the knowledge and understanding of the subject accountancy, isn't it? That you have to think, then you will understand this meaning of ability test. Ability test is designed to measure an individual's cognitive function. Cognitive function. This cognitive function only meaning that knowledge and understanding in a specific area. Okay, because I may have various skills, isn't it, about that subject. Okay, various skill. Then mental aptitude, whether I am ready to teach with the for the students. Okay, if I am not ready to teach with the patients, I cannot be a teacher, isn't it? So mental aptitude. Then problem solving. Many problem, maybe the accountancy problem is that knowledge of the subject, isn't it? Any other problem will be arising, how whether I am able to solve those problems. Then knowledge of the particular field, knowledge of the subject. Okay, then reasoning ability, how that if there is a problem, I have to reason it out. Why that student has behaved in that way? Maybe she may be having some problem in her house. Maybe the parents were having a quarrel. That may reflect in their mind, isn't it? So the teacher should understand the person one who is dealing with the students. Okay, then their intelligence, whether that person is intelligent in the subject. Okay, that that test is called ability test. Okay, they are testing the ability about what? Many things: variety of skills, then mental aptitude, then problem solving, then knowledge of the particular field, reasoning ability, intelligence, many things. Okay, so, in short, we can say this ability test is used to find the suitability of a candidate for a given job, whether this person is suitable to be appointed for the given job. Okay, the suitability of the person is tested in this test, ability test. Okay, many tests are there, ability test. They will check the ability. Okay, what is that ability test? Test designed to measure an individual's cognitive function in a specific area. That means all this understanding and knowledge of the subject, variety of skill, not subject, their area, which work they are going to do. Okay, one example only I am telling as an accountancy teacher what I have to do in that. Okay, or a commerce teacher or any other teachers, or a person who has to work in under machinery. Okay, with the machineries, how he has to work, everything will be analyzed. So that test will be conducted. All those tests together are called ability test. Under this ability test, the first one is aptitude test. Aptitude test. Okay, all these tests will be looking same only, but little difference only will be there. Okay, very minute it will. You should listen carefully. Here also this aptitude test, in general we can say it is the test to measure the suitability of a candidate for the post, as we have learned in the ability test. Okay, so what they are measuring? They are measuring whether the candidate possesses a set of skills required to do that job. Okay, each job requires some skills to be performed, isn't it? Whatever may be under an organization, with the educational organization, or with the person and industrial organization, each job requires some skill, isn't it? If it's a mechanic, he has to do repair, isn't it? That skill must be needed. Or engineer, that is engineering skill must be required. For teacher, that is teaching skill, isn't it? So they will check that skill whether. So each that this test only measures whether the candidate possesses a set of skills required to perform a given job. Okay, then again this test helps to predict the ability and future performance. Okay, how he, whether he is able, whether he will be able to perform in future also efficiently, that can also be tested. Okay, so this aptitude test is again divided into many tests. This aptitude test can be conducted through various tests. Numerical reasoning test. All these tests will be done in the bank exam and all. Okay, numerical reasoning test. If you prepare for bank exam or for any, if you go for coaching class, they will explain to you. Okay, numerical reasoning test. Numbers will be given. Okay, 1 4 1 4 8, then we know the next number which will be the number. Okay, so how we reason in the numerical, or additions, that subtraction, all these things. So whether that candidate possess about how they can solve the numerical data that can be tested through this numerical reasoning test. Okay, that regarding the numbers, numerical information, how can he solve the numerical data? Okay, how he will take that necessary decision from the numerical data? Okay, for example, then if he is appointed as a manager, okay, how many persons will be needed for a particular job, he has to analyze. Okay, so for that purpose they will be given this test, numerical reasoning test. Then the second one, verbal reasoning test. Numerical, they will be given about number. In number, how they take the decision. Here, from the text, maybe the language, okay, English language, any whether any errors available, that they can check. Okay, so that text will be given. From that written text, how they take a conclusion. The last one will be the option. They will ask us to fill. Okay, that verbal reasoning test. Then inductive reasoning test. Inductive reasoning test. Here we can say this is somewhat psychometric, psychological. Okay. Okay, together, given together, psychometric, both. Metric being that one, alphabet, not alphabet, numeric. Then psychometric test. How he can solve the problems or with logical reasoning. How he can solve the problems with numbers. Okay, that is what psychometric test. It is a psychometric test. Okay, that is conducted to measure the problem solving abilities and the ability to apply logical thinking. How he will this will be solved like this. Okay, there will be a logic in that one that they will check. That is called inductive reasoning test. Next one, mechanical reasoning test. Mechanical. Okay, there engineering ability. Engineering ability that is related to the engineering work. Okay, mechanical work. Then diagrammatic reasoning, that will be given for everyone. Diagrammatic reasoning test. Diagram will be there. Okay, first one square, then another one rectangle, then a circle. Again they will start with the first one. So we will know the fifth one will be the second one. Okay, in that one, to test the diagrammatic, the shapes. Okay, shapes, how to observe and how to take the decision related to the diagrams. Then spatial reasoning test. Then here the spatial reasoning test, they have to remember that shape, or they have to they will be asked to differentiate between the two shapes. Okay, some will not be, some will be little different between the two images. Okay, there they will ask them to find out, or the pattern. First one 4 3 Four pattern will be there. The fifth one they will ask them to find out. Okay, that is spatial reasoning test. All these reasoning tests we have learnt. Okay, under the aptitude test. Some other tests are also there under this aptitude test. Okay, so now I will give you the question answers so that you can study. Okay, what is selection? Selection, page number 89. Selection here, first point, then second point. Okay, these two paragraph, that same paragraph. Then what do you mean by test? Okay, what do you mean by test? Page number 89. Test here. Several tests are conducted, this paragraph. Okay. Name the types of selection test. 3. Here, selection test. This one and this one. Okay. Then, what is aptitude test? What is aptitude test? This one. Okay, from here till here. Okay, 3 points available. All the points I have explained to you. Then briefly explain the various types of test. Long answer. Okay. Then page number 90. So here we have completed, not completed, half of little thing we have completed. Okay, various types of test. It starts from here, selection test. Okay, from there it starts. So we have studied under aptitude test. We have learned six ones. Okay, so you learn this much. Okay, students, and the remaining I will teach you in the next class. Thank you very much.